Hey, what's up going on, guys? What's going on? Just was gonna confirm some stuff for y'all that, you know, y'all like old Glory back in the background? Yeah. She's party, ain't she? I just thought, this one today, I had one on my wall that was older, but I gave that to the Boy Scouts, so, she had passed her time, so I had to give it to the Boy Scouts. But this one's brand new. I bought it today. Anyway, what are y'all doing today? Just wanted to show you Old Glory, and I want to talk about, since it's September and it's the 10th at the moment, and tomorrow is September 11th. I want to talk about what happened to me on September 11th, because you know, it was a very dramatic day, and the other one, because my grandfather died 4 months before. So, in a motorcycle accident. Anyways, let's move on. What happened to me? I got ready normal at that time, about 5 o'clock in the morning. By the time I got everything ready, you know, it was 6:30 or so. 7, I think it was. No, it was 7:15, I believe. I can't remember exact times or anything. I walked into my father and mother's room. My mother's, their both eyes are glued to the television. But my mom's crying, and you know, I was like, oh my God, what happened? My mom's crying and watching TV. Did like the world end or something? And my dad's standing up. He has keys in his hands, like he was getting ready to go to work. So we're both watching, you know, waiting. Me and Josh haven't seen the television set. We can only hear like, oh my God, you know, from people on the street. And we knew something, whatever it was huge. We didn't know what was going on. The first thing that popped in my head, you know, I was a kid. I was like, oh my gosh, like, did someone, you know, blow something up? Because, you know, my dad honestly talked to me. Every time there's a war, my dad talks to me and says, son, you know, America's getting into Iraq and Afghanistan and things like this. And he's like, you know, he sits down, you know, this is why America's doing it, because this, and this, and, you know, whether we agree with President Bush or not, we're still in this. So, you know, so at that point I thought, you know, did like Iraq or somebody blow us up or something, you know. And then once I found out the whole story, my dad told me, my brother, and my dad, he didn't go to work, we didn't go to school. We went to a gun shop that was crowded. My dad bought something I thought, you know, as a very impulse buy, as far as, you know, how I got this gun, how he got a gun. So we went to a gun shop, and he bought this right here. Not this particular gun. This was bought for me when I was 13. He bought a 870, put a pistol grip on it, put a tactical forward grip on it, vertical forward grip, and bought a mag extension. I believe he still has the mag extension. I don't know if he has it on the gun or not, but a Germington, I don't know why I said Mossberg. anyways, he, it was very traumatic times. Um, he just, we went out shooting. We had land that belonged to our family at that moment, and we went out shooting and hooping and hollering. I guess we took our anger out on clay pigeons. I don't know how to explain it to you. I guess it's a southern thing. But I mean, make a video. Oh, well, you can't make a video response anymore. YouTube took that away. Give me a comment with a video response in the description, and of course, subscribe, comment, and make a video response. It was one of the worst days of my life, but the way my father handled it was very, he didn't freak us out, like, he didn't tell us why. He told us later that night, why we didn't go to school. I mean, I asked why, if it happened in New York and then the Pentagon and things, why did we not go to school? And he said, I didn't want, Central Schools. We went to a rather large school in Houston, and he's like, I don't want anything to happen to something in Houston, and they want to bomb Houston or something because one of the biggest seaports in the world, I don't know if in the world, but in the state, in the country, one of the biggest seaports other than California, I think, is bigger than ours, but the port of Houston is a pretty good sized port, and he said that's where they strike us as a supply line, so if they were to strike again, but they didn't. So, and of course, the next day we all went to school, and they had a ceremony and everything. They had, of course, Old Glory was hanging at half mast and all that good stuff. So it was a very traumatic experience for me as a young kid, and then eventually later on I heard all the conspiracies that it's not real. It was or it was real, but it was an attack on our own soil. It was us attacking ourselves. There's missiles, and then there was this, and there was that, and then I'm not sure what to believe now. I mean, as far as I've heard so much stuff the government did, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, some of it's true. I guarantee there's an ounce of truth somewhere in all this conspiracy theory stuff. I don't doubt, there's some truth in it, but a lot of it is just, I heard from so and so, and I heard them say this, and then they said this, and this, and they this, and so you could get 10 different stories from 3 different people, but I mean, there's got to be a truth in some of it. I mean, you don't believe the government's completely innocent, do you? There's too much greed in the world for that. So, guys, I will say again, please like, subscribe, and comment. Tell me, what'd you do on 9/11? Some of you were older and some of you were younger. I know a lot of older guys will say, I went out and bought a gun, all that stuff. That's cool, and and a lot of you, some of you older guys will be like, I just cried, and that's okay too. My dad did a little crying too. It's not. I mean, a lot of people will tell you, real men don't cry. When hundreds, I think it was hundreds of people die, it was a pretty good reason to cry. Hundreds of American people and dying, it's a good reason to cry. It's not okay. Not okay. So, like, subscribe, and comment. God bless America.